We're moving on to Kerr Kriisa in our player preview. That's who we're talking about on today's episode of the Wildcats Today podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Stefaniak, writer and editor over at Wildcats Today, joined as always by my co-host, Carson Nash. Carson, what's been going on, brother? What you been up to? Same day, but I need something new. You just went, you plugged your phone in. Is that what you said you did?
No, I had to plug in my laptop. It was
How was that?
low.
Was that exciting?
Yeah, it was a good journey to go get that, and I grabbed a Gatorade too. So.
Good. Okay, good. So we're getting stuff done here. Okay, this is what we got going on here. I changed shirts.
Yeah, I saw.
You like that?
Throwing the people off.
Not quite like the last time we changed shirts. No one commented on that, by the way. Nobody noticed that. Never. If you didn't notice that,
Jeff noticed. Jeff noticed. I asked him about it.
He did. It was so that was the Trent Noah one, right?
Yeah.
No, it was Travis Perry because we played the video.
Oh, it was Travis. Yeah.
Go watch the Travis Perry again, and you'll see what we're talking about if you want a little Easter egg. But Carson, Kerr Kriisa is a player that I am so very excited about for so many different reasons. So we'll get into his role, but what are you most excited about when it comes to his abilities on the court?
Yeah. So last year he was in the 99th percentile of spot up shooting. Mm-hmm. So whenever you can add someone like that to your roster, it's huge. He shot over 40% from three. He can hit shots off the dribble as well. He was the lead ball handler for WVU. And he's always averaged over 4.7 assists throughout his whole entire career. So I think adding a piece like Kerr, especially to be a backup guard, is absolutely massive. He's a guy that can come into the game and give you 9 straight points because he moves so well off the ball. And in Pope's system, that's all we're going to do is be moving around, that he'll get plenty of open looks. And Kerr with an open look is basically like Kobe Bryant with an open look. It's going in.
And he's a great passer. Like you said, the 4.7 assists. I mean, 21, 22, 4.7 assists per game, 5.1 during the 22-23 season. And last year, 4.7. He averaged 11 points, 2.5 boards. He's just a extremely elite veteran guard. Exactly what you want. Now, Carson, and we'll get into role a little bit. ESPN had some interesting things to say about Kerr and what his role might be. But, I mean, he's just, whether he does come off the bench or he starts, whatever his role is, I am just telling you, he's going to have a special season. I think that he's going to be the bench guy. I think he's going to be the guy that comes off the bench and gives you your scoring. You got to have someone that comes off the bench and can give you some points. And I think that's what Kerr can be, because you got to remember, if you don't have that guy, if you have players coming off the bench and they just can't seem to give you anything, you're in trouble. You can't, when your starting 5 come out or a couple guys come out, you can't have nobody be able to score. And Kerr is going to be that guy off the bench that he's going to be able to score points for this basketball team. He's going to get open looks to his teammates by passing the ball. The only thing that he needs to do, take care of the basketball. Last year was his highest turnovers. He turned over 2.9 times per game. But
I mean, you got to look at that both ways, right?
Yeah.
So, like at Arizona, he was a lot better assist turnover ratio, and that's because he was on a better team.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do everything like he did at WVU. He didn't have to facilitate the offense as much. And at UK, he's going to have a lesser role for sure than what he had at WVU. But when he gets the ball, he's going to be put in spots to succeed. And not have to force anything like he did last year.
Yeah, no question there. So here's my question for you about Kerr. I read an article this morning from ESPN, and it was like a way too early top 25, had the Cats 23, but then also gave a predicted starting lineup. And it predicted Kerr to be the starting point guard. So I will tell you, I do think this is going to be closer than people give it credit for. A lot of people because I kind of predicted that earlier a couple months ago. I've walked it back a little bit to where I'm now team, you want Lamont Butler in there because then you have him and Amari on defense, and then you've got your scorers, the other three guys that are able to score. But I'll tell you this, I would not go, oh, are you kidding me? If Kerr ended up being the starting point guard for this team, I would not be surprised. Would you be surprised, Carson, and give me a % chance that you think Kerr's the starting point guard for this Kentucky basketball team?
2.
Really? You're saying you're 98% confident Lamont's going to start? That's
how confident I am in Lamont Butler.
Oh, I agree.
It's not a knock on Kerr at all, completely. I think Lamont Butler will be the captain of this team. I think he'll be the leader. He'll be the guy that dictates the pace of the game, and he's that elite and that clutch that I think that he is my guy going forward. I just think I love the way he operates. I love his mental aspects. I think he's a born leader, and I watched this documentary on him. He hit the clutch shot to go to the championship game in the Final Four. They only lost to one team both times in the tournament, and it happened to be the UConn Huskies. Yeah. They got bounced both years by UConn, the eventual national champions, and both games were close. And I don't know that many other teams would have beaten San Diego State with Lamont Butler as the lead guard. People don't realize how good Lamont Butler is going to be. And I don't want to dig too deep because we're going to have a player preview on him as well. But I think Kerr is more of an off the bench guy. I think because you can start the game off with, because you're going to have Kobe Brea and Jackson Robinson alongside Lamont Butler. So there's your offense. And then you can bring Kerr in off the bench as a spark guy because Kerr has the energy and has the, he's got a little Marshall Henderson in him.
Yeah.
To get the other fans a little riled up. So I think Kerr, for me, fits perfectly on the bench. I think he's going to come in and give you the spark you need to go on that extra run to get the game out of hand.
Yeah, no question. And he did shoot 42.4% last year from deep. You'll take that all day long. Beautiful shooting stroke. I don't think he's going to have any issue coming in and playing a significant role for this basketball team. He was great at Arizona. He was pretty good at West Virginia last year, and now he's coming into a system that perfectly fits what he does. He's a great passer. He moves without the basketball when someone else is handling the ball. He can shoot. He does everything you need him to do. I like him as a human being. I think he's hilarious. Did you see the video yesterday of they asked all the players?
Oh yeah,
they asked all the players.
Technically yesterday for us, but this would have been a week or two.
Oh yeah, good point. That's a really good addition. Yes, it'd have been a while back, but it was a video of the Kentucky athletic department went around. They asked what would the score be if you played Coach Pope 1v1 to 21, and everyone was like, "Oh, I beat him 21-5, whatever." And then he goes, "I thought he played soccer." It was hilarious. It was really funny. I think Kerr Kriisa is a great person. I think he's a great basketball player.
I think he'll probably be my favorite player when it's all said and done out of this team. I just think he has that about him, the swag.
He's going to be the guy that, we keep joking. He's going to be the one that hits the three to put us up 12 points and throw the horns down. That's who he's going to be. He's going to be you love him because he's on your team, and everybody else in the world is going to absolutely hate him.
Especially now that he's at Kentucky, because you do those antics at other schools, it's kind of like, whatever. He's just doing what he's doing. Do it at Kentucky, and it's going to be, people are going to absolutely hate you, but we're going to freaking love you. So that's the difference.
And he's got that whole, it's kind of funny. It reminds me of the Hubbard from Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I think Kerr is going to be that player that when he gets hot from deep, it doesn't matter if someone punches him in the head. If the shot gets completely blocked, it's just going to go in. Like, he's got that. He can heat up.
And he does kind of what Hubbard does. He comes off screens really hard like Hubbard does to get the ball where he needs to get the ball to be able to put up a good shot uncontested. And when he's uncontested, you might as well mark it down.
Yeah. And it kind of reminds me of I'm like that shot Hubbard hit to tie the game where Reed went down and made
that's exactly
winner.
what I was viewing in my head.
Yeah. Like that shot, I knew when that left his hand, I went, okay, can we win this in overtime? Obviously Reed made that huge shot, but I mean, I think he's got that in him. I think he's got that in him. He's listed at 6'3". I don't know if I buy that. Not sure. He did not look 6'3". Now, he was next to Jackson Robinson, and Jackson Robinson is, 6'7", 6'6". So, but doesn't matter. We're not going to argue on if he's 6'2", 6'3", because it really doesn't matter. But what he does on the court is going to be so valuable to this team. He can shoot. He can pass. I know we turned the ball over a little bit this year, but it looks like more times than not, he makes the smart play when it comes to passing the basketball. And that's why they say guard play wins in March. Your guards are going to be Kerr Kriisa and Lamont Butler, two guys who have played in the NCAA tournament, went on runs in March. That is your ball handlers. That's something we need to look up, Carson. How many combined games have those two played in the NCAA tournament?
It has to be a lot.
It's got to be over 15, right? I mean, around there probably. Because Kerr was pretty good twice with Arizona, and Lamont played 2 last year.
Yeah.
And then obviously went all the way to the Natty the year before. So, I mean, it's got to be around, 15 games probably, maybe 12 to 15.
Yeah.
So, they have that experience. That's really exciting. So, Carson, any other thoughts on Kerr Kriisa before we call it a day here?
No, that's about it. I'm super excited to watch him at Rupp whenever we beat Tennessee, just the way he acts. Because if y'all don't know, when Tennessee played Arizona a couple years back, Kerr tried to fight their whole team. So I don't think he's very fond with Tennessee, and neither am I.
Right in here. Neither am I.
I'm not fond with him either. So I'm going to be – I'll have Kerr's back if they need me. But, yeah.
I don't think they're going to need you. I think Brandon Garrison and Amari Williams can take care of it.
They probably they got me. They probably got me. But
I'll jump out of the press box and like dolphin dive on the floor if they need me. You just got to give me that look. Just say point at me. I'm down there. I'm ready to roll.
I'm super excited for Kerr. I'm really excited to watch him play.
Likewise. That is going to do it for today's episode of the Wildcats Today podcast. This is a Thursday show, so I hope everybody has an outstanding weekend. We'll be back to you on Tuesday with another player preview. And then I'll be home from Spain on Thursday, and we'll probably change it up a little bit, talk about all the current events, what all has been going on. But everybody have a great weekend. Really appreciate y'all being here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Helps the show a ton. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time.